TikTok, real quick, between Chattanooga and Knoxville, Tennessee, they found a very large compound where these people have been training. It's the largest compound so far, that they have been training to prepare for war with the black race. When I mean they've been training, the videos show them protected from head to toe, bulletproof. They have videos of them training with shields and fighting. So while black folks is dancing, buying Jordans and Gucci and Prada, and you know, killing each other in the hood, and the girls trying to tear each other's heads off. That's what they've been doing. TikTok.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes to the honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and the women who follow. This is the brother Kratazah from the GMS Nebraska camp, coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. This one being entitled, While Jake Sleeps, E is Preparing for War. All right, and you heard what this woman said. Do the whole compound, and there was another video I seen on this. I don't have it right now, but it mentioned the compound. It was like 120 acres, and there's a hate group. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Hate group in Tennessee. I think this might be it.
Tonight at 6, News Channel 5 investigates the...
My videos keep getting copyrighted. So let's see. Hey, and this is for educational purposes only. I'm not getting paid off this. Fair use, fair use. So let's turn on the subtitles. The neo-Nazis next door, a large hate group that our investigation discovered is expanding its presence right here in Tennessee. Carrie Sharp, the group is so-called the Patriot Front, is probably best known for plastering our communities with their hate-filled posters and graffiti. Now our investigation has uncovered new videos that reveal the group is also preparing for battle. Chief Investigation Reporter Phil Main Street Investigation. Been working on this story for more than 3 months. That's right about the time we gathered never before seen video that shows what the Patriot Front is really up to, as you're about to see. That includes training meant to fight right here in the volunteer state. It says right now they got to get rid of the enemies. Right now they got an enemy. If they get rid of their enemies, they're gonna have to find new ones, and maybe you. It says that the investigation began last fall as anti-fascist activists. And I can't. I'm not gonna read this whole 10 minutes. I'm gonna just link this into the description. All right, but the compound is like 120 acres, and this group. Let me see. I believe if that's the correct group. They were let me see GBTQ. This got to be it. Yep. Okay, yeah, because I heard that they were in Idaho. All right, yep. So this is it, the Patriot Front. So they were arrested at a Rainbow Coalition event a few years back. There also were some other like racial arrests. They have like a lawsuit, a few $1 million. Let me see. Yep. In a lawsuit stemming from a Patriot Front march in Boston, Charles Murrell III, a black man, was awarded $2.7 million in damages after being physically attacked by members of the group who shouted a racial slur and pushed him against a street pole and beat him with shields, feet, and fists. So, just ask that Jake, what their intentions are. But just like she said, she hit the nail right on the head. While Jake is out here partying and bullshit in the club, buying J's, watching Bad Girls Club, just asleep. You know what I'm saying? He is out here preparing for war. So let's get this real quick. This is Matthew 24:37. It says, But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right? So just like before, back in Noah's time, there was no urgency to correct themselves, to get right with the Lord. So they perished. And you're going to have a lot of people perish on this side because, what does the scripture say? Let's get that real quick. Let's just make a new tab. Hosea 4:6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee." Right? So our people are in everything besides, Yahweh Shem Yahshai. They want to know what's under the pyramids and all that, deep comedic knowledge. They into Jesus Christ. They into themselves. Are they into these celebrities? But they don't know. I seen another video where the guy was offering somebody. He offered a lot of people. He said, "I give you $20 if you can quote one scripture in the Bible." And people just kept walking past. And I can't do it. I don't know. Not even like something like John 3:16. Not even let there be light. Something easy. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. Not even that. But that just shows how far people are gone these days. There's no urgency to get right, like I said, but it's gonna catch up to them, right? Because this is Daniel's 12:1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time." Right? So we're coming to a time, at the time of Jacob's trouble, where when all hell's gonna break loose, and that's what these guys are preparing for. I'm not saying that they know the scriptures. Maybe they do know the scriptures, But anybody that's halfway sane, anybody that can, look at the financial status of this country, look at the geopolitical stance of this country, everything that's going on right now, just in the news, you can tell we're headed to war. You can tell that we're headed for implosion. So there's going to be war within and war without. All right, meaning that there's going to be a third world war, but there's going to be Slovakia, Slovakia, but there's going to be complete and utter chaos here in America. All right, it says and at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Everyone that should be found in the book, everyone that should be found written in the book, right? So you're gonna have the elect delivered in these coming times, these trying times, all right? Because the Lord said that He was gonna test everyone. All right, everyone's gonna have to go through that temptation. Everyone's gonna have to go through the temptation of taking the MOTB. Everyone's gonna get tried in Jacob's trouble. Everyone's gonna have to pass these tests, with flying colors. To show who you really are in the spirit. All right, and you're gonna have some of our people who mainly these guys who, you got these Christians, you got these sissified, pussyfied Jake who want to save Esau, right? And as the scripture says, Proverbs 11:21, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So just because you want to save them, or you think that it's a couple good Edomites out there, a couple good white people, that's not going to turn away their punishment. All right, and that's not going to justify you either. It says, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered, right? The elect are going to be delivered from Jacob's trouble. The elect are going to be delivered from this third world war. All right, so when this thing goes down, the hopeful elect, we're going to be mentally prepared and ready, all right, for whatever comes down the pipe, because we don't know. The scripture says that nobody knows. It's going to be a time that never was before. So how can you prepare for that? All you got to do, all you can do is but have faith, right? Have faith in everything that you're learning right now, and just right now, why the day is still available, why time is available, you prepare by making yourself the best version of yourself. All right, this is more than just calling the white man a devil. You have to real life work on yourself and level up from within. All right, so this is Isaiah 13, and let me see. Yep, I'll start at 12. It says, and I will make a man more precious than fine gold. All right, it's not talking about the Edomite man. It's not talking about the Ammonite man or the Japhetic man, all right, the Hamitic man. It's talking about the Israelite man. All right, they are going to be more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir, right? Because this is the elect. They're going to be more precious than fine gold. They're the ones who are going to get spiritual powers. They're the ones who the Lord has His hedge of protection around. It says, therefore, I will shake the heavens and the earth, and shall remove her out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord of hosts, in the day of His fierce anger, right? Because there's going to be a third world war, and those missiles are going to rain down. All right, it's going to shake the whole world. All right, but before that, all right, there's going to be, like I said, utter chaos in this place, and that's what these guys are preparing for. All right, it says, and it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. Right there, then say Slakia, they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land. So that's what's going on right now. That's why they're preparing. They're going to their own people. And that's typically what you see in these kind of scenarios. You're going to be with who you feel like you can trust. And there's a lot of mistrust between the races. Hell, even a lot of distrust. Slovakia. There's even a lot of distrust between Israelites, because we've been Willie lynched and we've been split up for so long, you know, Gad don't recognize that they're brothers with Judah, and Judah don't recognize that they're brothers with Issachar, and Issachar don't recognize that they're brothers with Ephraim. You know, we're all just Puerto Rican or black or Mexican or Native American or Brazilian. You know, we're called by these bywords, but the elect, we understand, we know what's going on. All right, so the Lord is dealing with us. You know, He reveals His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. So, you know, we have a leg up on the whole world. You know, but in verse 15 it says, "Everyone that is found should be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword." So going back to that Proverbs, you know, though hand joined in hand, though you know you might have some Jake who are with sticking with these so-called white folk, these Edomites. All right, it says everyone that is found should be thrust through. So if we find you with them, you know everybody's got to get it. You know that's just how the judgment is going to go down. All right. I want to get second Ezra, but I'm gonna get Matthew 24 first. Matthew 24 and 15, it says, "When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place," right? So this took place specifically in 70 AD with the destruction of the second temple. All right, but this is twofold because it's also going to take place, you know, in these times. It says, "Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains." All right, you gotta have to get out of the city. All right, we're gonna read about what's going on in the city here pretty soon, but um, that's gonna be your only that's gonna be your saving grace, so to speak. Because if you're in the city, what kind of city are you gonna be in? A 15-minute city. You know, you're gonna have to utilize, the MOTB technology to make it day to day. You know, you could be put in a concentration camp and tortured, your family tortured in front of your face. You know, it's gonna be martial law, which, like I said, we're gonna get all that here pretty soon. Well, let's just get it right now. All right, this is Second Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein," woe meaning destruction, "for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh," is getting close. All right, which the modern day sword is a gun, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Hey, going back to what we said in Isaiah 13, right? That every man shall turn to his own people. Well, here in Second Ezra 15, it's saying that one people are going to stand up and fight against another, right? And you're going to have a lot of different opposing forces. You'll have the 99 versus the 1, but even within that you'll have so-called whites against so-called minorities. You're going to have the police against everyone. So it's going to be that's why it's a chase road. That's why it's something that you like. You turn on the light and all the cockroaches scatter. That's the kind of time it's going to be on. It's going to be utter confusion. It says, "For there should be sedition among men," all right, going against the government, all right, and invading one another. People are going to be, kicking in doors. People are going to be looting stores. People are going to be trying to self-preserve. So they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And one man, it's like a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That goes into that martial law aspect, right? They're going to put you in these 15-minute cities and say you're authorized to be in this area. And if you get outside this area, if your chip beeps outside this area, they're just going to come and get you because they can track you because you got chipped with your dumb ass. All right, and they're going to be your master. They're going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, who you can see, who you can't see. They're going to govern your life. All right. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So that's why you would have to, get out of the city and go to the mountains. All right, get into the wilderness. All right, as the scripture says, it says, verse 17, let them which is in the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in the field return back and take his clothes. So you just gotta go. We may not have time to prepare a bag and for you to grab some pictures and get some toiletries and all of that. When it's go time, it's go time. And you gotta just depend that the Lord is gonna take care of you. All right. There's enough supplies within this world that the Lord is gonna take care of us. All right. You have enough preppers out here who are prepping for us as the hopeful elect. All right. It says, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Right. So it's gonna be a tough road, out there in the wilderness. And it's difficult to feed a child. Especially like a child that's not eating meat and vegetables and things like that, as well as, babies cry. They can give away your position. It's just a tough position to be in, and it's cold, especially here in Nebraska. It gets cold at night. It's halfway decent in the summer, but, we see how erratic this weather has been all over the world. Just a few weeks ago, here in spring, in March, it was 80 degrees. All right, and within 24 hours, we had a snow thunderstorm. All right, where it was sleeting, hailing, snowing, and thundering, all within 20, and it was a blizzard. All right, dumped like 6 inches of snow on us in a 24-hour period, where it had been 80 degrees, just 2 days previous, and the snow was all gone by that Saturday. So we know that this man is messing with the weather. It's just it's a bad case, either way. But like I said, the Lord is gonna have a hedge of protection around his chosen. All right, and you gotta have faith that the Lord is gonna, get you out of that situation. That's why it's so imperative that we do the right things in these times so that we are protected in those times. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to say today. Lord's word is edifying, and we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity. Shalom.